Akshata Murty has decided to shut her startup investment company. For the unversed, it was called the Catamaran Ventures UK. And it had its fair share of controversy. Why, you may ask? Over its connection to government grants and taxpayer-funded schemes. Let me explain. Catamaran was founded by UK Prime Minister Rishi Sunak and his wife Akshata Murty in 2013. Where did the funds come from? From Murty's generational wealth. Sunak and Murty are the richest ever occupants of 10 Downing Street. Murty's father is a co-founder of Indian IT giant Infosys. She owns about 0.9% of the company, which is worth nearly $600 million. The couple invested funds from Akshata Murty's stake in her father's business, and that's how Catamaran Ventures was born. Since then, it has been on a rocky ride to now being shut down. In 2021, the company had $487,000 in cash. Within a year, it sank to $26,600. Being an investment company, Catamaran had stakes in several businesses. This included Study Hall, an education tech company. Study Hall enjoyed a government grant of $426,000, not directly, but through the arm's-length state body, Innovate UK it was called. When this came out in the open, it was met with fierce criticism. Then there was Mrs. Wordsmith, another education startup backed by Catamaran. It also received $792,000 from taxpayer money. Cash trickled in from the Future Fund, a pandemic funding scheme that was championed by the UK Prime Minister Sunak himself. But guess what? Not even 6 months had passed and the startup collapsed. Then there was Dig Me Fitness, a boutique London fitness chain that Murty was the director of this chain. She also held shares in her name. Dig Me failed in March 2021. The fitness chain also benefited from the Future Fund, as did the New Craftsman, a Catamaran-funded furniture company. This one collapsed in November last year. You see, Catamaran has been embroiled in controversy after controversy for years. In 2021, the accounts for Catamaran disclosed a loan to the company from a related party. The loan was transferred to Akshata Murty on April 30th in 2015, the very same day that Sunak resigned his directorship of the business. The accounts acknowledged that the loans had not been made clear in previous accounts. Sunak first listed Catamaran in the Register of Interest only in 2019, and this was after he became Chief Secretary to the Treasury. You see, Sunak and Murty have a history of tiptoeing around the rules. Murty's investments outside of Catamaran have also proved contentious. She directly holds shares in a childcare company called Koru Kids. The company's representatives met the Children's Minister days before a budget announcement. In the announcement, the government offered incentives for child minders. Those who entered the profession via private childcare agencies were promised $1,460 for child minders. For those who did not, the incentive was halved to $730. Koru Kids, which is a private firm, enjoyed obvious benefits from the announcement. Prime Minister Sunak failed to properly declare his family's financial interest in Koru Kids. This was deemed as an inadvertent breach of parliamentary standards. Sunak had to apologize. And do you remember how the couple faced criticism when Sunak was finance minister? Murty had a non-domiciled tax status. What does that mean? It means that she did not pay tax in the UK for her earnings abroad. After much backlash and name-calling, Murty ultimately gave up the status. She agreed to pay British tax on her global income as well. And how can we forget the Twitter storm over her $47 teacups? The couple's list of troubles runs long. With Catamaran Ventures gone, maybe they will have one less thing to worry about. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.